left here to go to Florida, and then I spent about 8 years in Florida, and I came back in 66, 67. Best memories. It's been a long time. 1957, 58. First memories here. Had a lot of good kids. I guess I learned more from the kids than I left here. College, just got my degree from Marshall, and spent my first year here. It was a very good experience. Lots of good memories, good teachers, and the good kids.
One of my favorite memories has to do with a inductee, Roger Stewart. When I was in high school, 1971, Mr. Stewart taught science. Well, the rule back then was you could not chew chewing gum. If you were caught with chewing gum in your mouth, it was one automatic lick. So, I had chewing gum in my mouth, and I was in Mr. Stewart's class. Everybody knew I had chewing gum. Mr. Stewart knew I had chewing gum. So he got out his big paddle. Well, his room had the storage room behind it. So he got out his big paddle and he said, "Come on, Terry, we're going to the storage room." Well, I guess I looked like I was about ready to pass out, because I probably was. So we went back there, and Mr. Stewart said, "Terry, I'm not going to give you a lick. I'm going to hit this table, and I want you to scream, and you can't tell anybody." So we did that. He hit the table, I screamed, we walked back outside, and we had science class, and I haven't told anyone until today. Another good memory I have is all the elementary teachers that I was truly blessed to have in elementary school, and then I got to teach with them, and they taught me so much about teaching. Teddy Collins was my second grade teacher, and I had the opportunity to teach across the hall from Teddy. And when Teddy retired, she gave me her bell, and I still treasure that today. Another teacher that I remember when I was teaching was Faye Francis Riggle. I was teaching 4th grade, and I could not get the kids to get long division. They just couldn't seem to get long division. I researched. I taught it every way I knew how to teach it. And then I remembered Faye Francis had taught 4th grade for like 100 years. So I called Faye and said, "Faye, can you come and teach these kids in my room how to teach long division?" And she said, "Sure." So she came out, and a half an hour, I watched her, they all had it, and I learned how to teach long division. Another favorite memory is when I was in high school. As I said before, I graduated in 1971, which was the first year Fairview ever had a football team. Now, Coach Walters, he made sure all the boys knew what they were doing, but we as fans had no idea what was going on. The cheerleaders during the first few games would be saying cheers like, "Go team go," when the other team had the ball. And then it took us a few games to get that all straightened out, but none of the boys could help us because they were all on the football team. But I've been an Eagle my entire life, and I am proud to be an Eagle. Always will be.
Yeah. Fairview is a wonderful place. You know, the memories are the sports that you play get to play, because we had 72 people in our graduating class, so we were, a small class like that, you're able to play every sport. A lot of schools, the kids have to pick what they want to do and stick with it, and I was privileged to be able to play basketball, baseball, and football. Favorite teacher, wow. Mr. Morrison was the principal. He's always the one that really sticks out, and the one that, after I graduated and moved on, he's the one that I would always kind of go back to, and when I had questions about really, things that had happened and kind of where the directions that I needed to take, and he was the one to go to, and I miss him a lot. Carl Wellman, Wes Airwood, two really close friends that I don't get to. We all live right here, and I don't get to see them like I would want to and like I'd like to. But it's two people I'm always thinking about, and of course my wife Julie. We graduated together, so, and in February we'll be married 20 years. So, unfortunately, my achievements from high school are also related to sports. Being all area in football, honorable mention all state in football, and that's probably my two best achievements in high school. I don't think it's changed a whole lot. It's a special place. People are tight. It's a family. The whole school is a family, and that's very special. My kids don't go here at Fairview, and I can see the difference because they go to a little bit larger school. And I'd been to larger schools before coming to Fairview in 1982, and it's just a special place where everybody's close, and a lot of the people that I was in school with are now board members here and teachers here, and so they've carried on that family-like closeness that's very special.
All right. How has Westwood changed since
Mostly just the people. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of jobs that's left the area, and a lot of people that's had to leave the area. So I'd say that's the biggest part of it. Westwood, I think, as a whole, has remained the way it is, though. And again, it's kind of like the school. It's a reflection of the school. It's very close knit and family-like atmosphere, and I would say it's probably a lot like it was when I was in school. If someone was missing school that shouldn't have been missing, should have been here, there's probably somebody in the front office, like Mr. Morrison would do. He'd go get you, bring you to school, make sure you were here and getting the education and that you needed to be successful in life.
Coach Cooksey and Superintendent Music, John May Conley, Terry Holbrook Baldridge. I don't have a favorite teacher. They were all my favorites. Well, some of them that I just named, Superintendent Music, John May Conley, the biology teacher, Biff Hall, basketball player for Louisville, Don Nichols, all kinds of them here. I guess surviving 25 years.
And anything else you want to say?
Well, not really. I'm proud of a lot of the students that went on to become lawyers and superintendents and doctors. I forgot to mention Steve Woolley a while ago. They tore down the old building. They've improved the looks and the condition of the building quite a bit.
1982 graduate of Fairview. I had a lot of favorite teachers. Probably my favorite would have been Rex Cooksey. He was also my football coach, and then I was here when Mr. Morrison was principal, Bob Morrison, and Patty Sparks, when she was here, would have been one of my favorite teachers. Quite a few memorable people. The superintendent at the time was Mr. Paul Relaford, and he also helped us with the football team at the time. I've already mentioned Mr. Morrison. Coach Cook, George Cook, was very influential to me. Jim Day was here at the time, and I recall a lot. A fellow I really had a lot of respect for was Carl Thompson when he was here too. From a sporting event, I guess, and I played football. I was the captain on the football team. In my senior year, it had been 20 years since we beat Raceland, which is the big rival with the Wood and Raceland, and we beat Raceland that year at home, and it was pretty exciting. My middle brother Rodney and me played on the team, and Rodney blocked. We were down 8-6, as I recall, and Rodney blocked a punt, and I recovered it in the end zone, and also caught a touchdown pass, and we beat him for the first time in 20 years, 14-6. I think I still got the game ball at home. I should bring it here and put it on display, but it was that was memorable. As far as I played basketball, and I played with one of the greats that played here, Jeff Hall. We graduated together, and I was the defensive specialist and passed him the ball and made him a star. But it was very exciting. We had really good times, and as far as achievements, I was all area football player, honorable mention All-State, and I was an average student, but this school prepared me to go out in the world and with the common sense it took to be successful as a business person, and I feel like just the small school atmosphere was just. I've got many friends here, and you never forget where you come from. I grew up here, and it's just incredible memories of Westwood and Fairview High School, and just the friends that are lifetime friends. Well, I mean, it's gotten better. I mean, there's the thing about Fairview is there's so many people that graduated here from Fairview in my era that are now the administrators running the school. Mr. Music, superintendent. It's when you. I think it's just great what they've done to keep Fairview headed in the right direction. The technology that's been added here that wasn't here when I was here to prepare students for the real world. The building's pretty much the same. There's been some remodels on the gyms and stuff, I think, but as far as the high school, it's the same. But the new elementary school here in the community, and but it's just a great school, and it's prepares students. I mean, it's like a big family. Being part of Westwood and part of Fairview, and once you're an Eagle, you're always an Eagle, as they say. It's just a big family.